amazing episode. We're getting into the first round series against the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's our starting lineup. We have both Duren and Wembenyama out together on the floor. But looking at this, we're playing too many players for the playoffs, so we gotta do a 9-man rotation. We got Porter Jr., McDaniels, Bones Island, and Cam Johnson coming off the bench. But I decided that Aldama probably is better to have coming off the bench just because we didn't really have any power forward minutes. And I feel like Aldama might be more important to us this series, matching up with Zion, than Cam Johnson will be. So, getting into it here. And we have our opening tip-off of Game 1 against the Pelicans, and we win the tip. Opening possession here of the game. And of course, we're running that pick and roll. It's the playoffs, and just Fox takes it all the way to the rim for the big slam. And Wembenyama, Jonas Valanciunas is going to have nightmares about this series. Wembenyama defending the pick and roll is actually a cheat code because of his length and his speed. He can cheat off the roll man until the pass is made and still get there in time to just defend the rim. It's actually stupid how good Wembenyama is. And you guys have seen the title of this video, Victor Wembanyama is the GOAT, and you will see exactly why I say that here. Another block for Victor. Just controlling everything around the rim right now. Gets the board. Fox in transition goes up and around. CJ for the bucket. Maybe should have had an and one there, I don't know. But there you go. Great start to the game. Fox into Duren, and then he gets the switch onto CJ. Mismatch backs him down. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Oh, big swap from Duren there on, I think that was on a Zion drive, just demolishing. That might have even been Wembenyama, I'm not sure. But Wemby is just grabbing every rebound that comes within his orbit. Oh, Shaedon Sharpe. With authority, with emphasis, the spinning dunk. Shaedon Sharpe. Finally, I feel like coming into his own a bit this series compared to where he was in the regular season. But that CJ shot, in deep to Duren, over Zion, slam. Zion jumps with him, but he's just a little bit too late, and Duren just gets the dunk on his head. Pick and roll, spam with Wemby. His length just makes it impossible to stop him when he gets close to the rim because he just gets his arm. His arm's literally above the rim. Like, what do you do to stop that? The answer is you don't stop that. That's what you do. 3 for Wemby's off, but Aldama put back, showing us why we were giving him minutes over Cam Johnson there. Ingram pull up with a hand in his face, gets the shot to fall, and then at the buzzer we can't get it to go. 5-point lead going into the second quarter. Duren gets the switch onto CJ again and just backs him down, puts it home. I don't know how CJ keeps it getting switched onto Jalen Duren, but that is not where he wants to be. Big block there on Zion at the rim. Out to Bones Highland for 3. That's a miss. Zion running the floor up to CJ. Lob to Zion, and he slams it down, and the bench reaction makes no sense. Super high play, and the bench is just stone-faced. And then Zion again with the lob. They cut our lead to 6. But we throw a full court pass to Jalen Duren, and he pulls off the and one there. Zion. That's just nutty. Missed though. Jalen Duren, not a good free throw shooter, must be said. Not a good free throw shooter. Out to Shaden Sharp, miss. Wemby out to McDaniels, splat. And we finally have a double-digit lead, 11 points. Going into halftime here, we get the rebound. 11-point lead. McDaniels driving, takes it to the rim, and one. And Dyson Daniels with the shooting foul there. But we missed the free throw, but Wemby gets the rebound and puts it back, making that like a 4-point play. We have a 15-point lead going into halftime. Ingram pulls up, splat, 12-point lead going into halftime. Up to KBJ, but he turns it over, and that's no good. Game 1 halftime, 12-point lead after that Brandon Ingram triple, and the cheerleaders in Honolulu. They're dancing, but we're in a good spot right now in this game. Good spot. Halftime report, look at this. Oh, this is the sharp dunk. Oh, that's just nasty. Vic. McDaniels. But yeah, this is so far a great back and forth game. Great back and forth game. Marking in for three. Bang. He gets that, and I decide to just sim a little bit here just because, you know, we're in a pretty good spot. I don't want this video to be an hour long, but New Orleans, they start to get a little close here. 8-point lead for us now, so I'm trying to just stop the bleeding a little bit. We immediately get a steal up to Aldama, Porter Jr., McDaniels. Tough finish with like 3-4 defenders in front of him. It's 3 defenders, and he gets the bucket. Great move from him there. Now New Orleans, they're running CJ with the ball. Step, splat. 7-point lead now for Honolulu. CJ's got 8 points, but he's at -10, and then we turn the ball over. Stupid turnover. CJ again. Step. Midi. 5-point lead. They have cut our lead down considerably. But Fox with the fake, and then he puts it up so we can get the 7-point lead back. Stop the bleeding a little bit there. Not by much, but a bit. New Orleans working the ball around. But yeah, not having Wembenyama, the rim defense is not as great, and the rebounding's not as great. Yeah, New Orleans 3 from CJ scored their last like 3 buckets in a row. Then Podol gets a wide open lane, and they've got the deficit all the way down to 2, which is not where we want to be. It's not where we want to be. So we call timeout, regroup a bit. Inbound, Fox. Get the starters back in. Here comes Vic. He steps in and just at the rim. Easy little jumper for Vic. That's not going to be a problem for him. CJ setting up. We got a 4-point lead. He tries to lob it up to Zion again, but Sharp breaks up the play. 4-court pass to Fox and De'Aaron Fox with the slam. CJ running, and then Jonas Valanciunas swatted by Wembenyama yet again. And look at this, his length is just crazy. Gets up, his hand's already extended, and then he just goes up with him, and that is game 1. Final score 101-75. Honestly, bring the starters back in. We just completely tilted the game in our favor. They couldn't run with us at that point. And we get a big win in game 1 of our first round series. Need those Fox was 16, Duran 16, Wemby 16. But Wemby had 21 rebounds. Porter with 14 off the bench, Highland with 11 off the bench, McDaniels 10, Sharp 9. And honestly, Bones Highland is a massive, massive upgrade from Quentin Grimes. So we're going to simulate here Game 2. Game 2 is a win. Simulate Game 3. That goes to New Orleans. Game 4 goes to New Orleans. Game 5, they've won 3 in a row. So now I have to step in here and we're playing Game 6 because I don't want to lose the first round. Opening tip, we get it. You know, Wembenyama really doesn't lose opening tips. We're in New Orleans for Game 6. This is a do or die game. And Wembenyama opens the scoring off the pick and roll just like Game 1. You know he's going to get to his spots. You know he's going to score those buckets. You know he's automatic from close. But then Zion, he gets a bucket. Coming right back at us. Wemby, he goes inside. Right back. And then what do you know? CJ. Where does CJ go with it? Dribbling, trying to set the offense. He has a double team on him. Out to Valanciunas. Valanciunas has Wemby on him, his worst nightmare. The guy he never wants to see, into Zion, who slams it. And then Zion and Wemby kind of going back and forth a little bit there. Fox tries to set the pick and roll, but this time it's with Duran. Out to Markkanen. Sharp, pump fake, drive. Sharp backing down Dyson Daniels, spin move, gets the bucket. So we've just been going back and forth to start this game. Wembenyama controlling the paint, Ingram, midi turnaround jumper, that goes. Inbound to Fox, we have a 2-point lead, 2 minutes left, Wemby pick and roll, and he just out to Porter Jr. 3 is no good. And then Wembenyama just completely tossed away from the play. Basically, they're on the rebound out to Murphy for the wide open 3, and New Orleans takes the lead 11-10. Sharp mid-range, that falls. We take the lead back. 1-point lead for the Honolulu Breeze. Valanciunas gets swatted by who else but Victor Wembanyama, the GOAT. Valanciunas again gets swatted, this time from behind. Actually, I think that's Jakob Poeltl. But honestly, Victor Wembanyama, his length, his athleticism is actually broken. Wide open 3 for Bones, that misses. Out to Cam Johnson into Wemby, but he decides to just step out of bounds for some reason. Like not a very high IQ move there from Wembenyama, but that's fine, I guess. Pull up from Buddy Hield, that misses. Rebound to Wemby. Johnson, full court heave, does not go. And we are going into the second quarter with a 1-point lead. The scoring for both teams is completely dried up there. Into Duran, full court pass, he gets the dunk. Duran is really good at those like back cuts where he just gets completely behind the defense. That's one thing he's really good at doing. Fox getting free throws here, 1-point lead, and misses, but Duran with the board. Fox out to Markkanen, pulls up, bang. 4-point lead now, and that's twice now this video that we've gotten a board off a missed free throw leading to a bucket. Zion tries to do it all himself for some reason, can't get it to go. Rebound into Sharp. Tough running, like floater. Into Zion again. It's pretty much just like, oh, big swat there on Dyson Daniels. Wembenyama coming from the other side of the court. CJ miss, rebound to Wemby. He's running the floor. He takes it all the way coast to coast, back down Valanciunas, spin, bucket. Like I said, he is haunting Jonas Valanciunas' dreams. Time out to the New Orleans Pelicans. We have an 8-point lead right now. Second quarter, game 6, 3.5 minutes to go. Valanciunas yet again just completely gets his shot destroyed by Vic. Duran backdoor, he dunks on Jonas Valanciunas. Both of our centers now just eating him alive. Out to Shaedon Sharp, 3, no good. Duran, rebound, slam. Jalen Duran reminding everyone he's still a beast, even though Wemby's, putting on a clinic right now. He's like, I'm still here. So we have a 12-point lead. I decided to simcast a little bit. Again, don't want the video to be an hour long, but with 17 seconds left in the third, the Pelicans tied the game 65-65. So I have to jump back in here. CJ out to Murray. CJ dribble into double teams, out to Murray, wide open 3. Bang. New Orleans has a 3-point lead. We miss at the end of the quarter. And yeah, 68-65 in favor of the New Orleans Pelicans going into the fourth quarter of game 6. They win this one, they advance. We win this one, we force a game 7. CJ working back out to Murphy, another 3 for Murphy. 4-point lead for the New Orleans Pelicans. Bones Island dribbles, penetrates into Vic, and he gets the and 1 on CJ, who's just way too small to do anything about Victor at the rim. The free throw is good. We've cut the deficit to 1. Zion out to Valanciunas, who thought he was safe being out in the perimeter. He didn't want to test Vic inside, so he goes out for the 3. Victor still swats him. Fox into Vic, and he dunks all over Jonas Valanciunas. Disrespectful. 2 hands, barely even makes contact with them. Just Jonas Valanciunas is being completely disrespected this series, and I'd love to see it. Wemby switches on to CJ. Offhand score at the rim, and we cut the deficit to 1. McCollum, 3-point line, penetrates into Valanciunas, which is a mistake because, of course, Wembenyama swats him. They missed the lob attempt there. Sharp runs the floor, misses the shot, but Wemby gets it and gets the tough right-hand finish with Zion in his face. Then blocks Zion on the other end of the floor. Full court pass to Sharp into Fox. Reverse layup. 3-point lead for the Breeze, and we have made a fourth quarter comeback. Pelicans down 1, out to Daniels. CJ on the perimeter, trying to find an opening. PI, midi, misses. Wembenyama with the board. Running the floor into Sharp. Emphasis dunk to just put a statement on the comeback. 3-point lead for the Breeze. Minute and a half left. The final seconds here of game 6. Zion misses the 3, and we dribble out the clock as we now head to game 7. 4-point win for the Honolulu Breeze. It was a close game. We let them come back into it, especially in the third. But our depth carried us through to the victory here. And that really is our strongest suit at this point is, we have a great starting lineup, but then coming off the bench, we have Kevin Porter Jr. is our 5th best scorer. Wemby had 21 points, 17 rebounds, 8 blocks. Like, Wembenyama's rebounding ability is ridiculous. Bones Highland only with 5 points coming off the bench, but he's really not scoring that much. That's not really what we, he's our third string point guard, basically. I think he plays a little bit of minutes at the 2, but, now we're looking at this. There's a Game 6 Memphis San Antonio. We have a Game 7 obviously with us. There's a Game 7 between the Wizards and the Bulls, and also a Game 7 between the Celtics and the Sixers. The only team that has won their series so far is the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is crazy, but a lot of these series are going the distance. So we're taking a look at our player stats for the playoffs so far, being led in points by Jalen Duren, 22.5 and 10.5 boards, which is crazy. Fox, 17.5 points, 8 assists. Wemby was 16.5. Kevin Porter Jr. getting 15.3 points coming off the bench. Bones with 9.7 points and 3 assists off the bench, which is huge, because he replaced a guy who was getting 5 points, right? So he's a big upgrade for us. McDaniels, not that great. I mean, Markkanen's struggling. Cam Johnson, though, he has not scored a single point yet in these playoffs, and he's been averaging 13 minutes per game. So in general, it just seems like our small forwards really aren't scoring that much. Cam Johnson and Markkanen scoring is both at like 5.5 points, but our centers and our point guards are scoring basically at will. So I'll take the trade-off. Like I said, Wemby does not lose opening tips. And you know what we do as our opening move? It is the Fox to Wembenyama pick and roll. And he steps in for a little close range jumper. Now this game is where Victor Wembanyama has cemented himself. Block on Jonas Valanciunas there. Rebound. I want you guys to pay extra close attention to this game. Sharp rebound to Duren. Gets the finish. Wembenyama. This is the game that makes him the GOAT. Look at that. Another block. Wemby already with 2 blocks in the first quarter, and he sends the ball right into the front row seat. Somebody just dropped their beer. 1 point lead for the Breeze. CJ trying to find an opening. Offhand dribble. Valanciunas saying the pick and roll. And Valanciunas gets blocked yet again by Victor Wembanyama. Wemby's third block of this game. And then Wemby gets the tough bucket over Valanciunas. Zion driving. He has a mismatch right now. I think he switched on to, is that Bones he's on? I think it might be Bones. We have Jakob Poeltl in the game. He tries to get the dunk, but Victor Wembanyama has none of that. None of that whatsoever. Who we got here? Is this Porter? I think this is Porter. Two nuts. Oh, Cam Johnson. He gets the shot at the rim. And the Pelicans have to call a timeout because Cameron Johnson scores his very first points of the playoffs, and they simply cannot allow that to happen. Ingram running inside. Wembanyama, another block. It is the first quarter. There are 38.9 seconds left. Wembanyama has 6 blocks now after that one that he just tallied. It is the first quarter and Wembanyama has 6 blocks. The record for blocks in a playoff game, the entire game, is 10 blocks. Zion with a crazy mid-range turnaround fader. Like, I do not think Zion has that in his bag. Fox takes it, just goes right at CJ and draws the foul. That's gonna be something we gotta try and get some foul trouble on them at some point, especially on Zion and CJ, because Fox, he makes both his buckets. Zion trying to do it all himself, driving in on Markkanen, turning. He's just ball hogging right now. But the three is made by Buddy Hield to cut the lead to one. Sharp for three, that misses. But then Markkanen gets the steal on CJ. Then Matt matches up with him, backs him down, and gets the turnaround bucket. Ingram, he misses. 5-point lead on Alulu. Victor gets the board and then goes coast to coast for the left-handed layup. Victor getting it done on both ends of the floor. Rebound to bucket. Ball never left his hands. 6-point lead for the Breeze into Bodal. Rejected by Wemby. Yet another block in this game 7. And there's another one out to Shaden Sharp. He drives it in and gets the big double clutch. Oof, dunk, just like that. Herb Jones, he tries to drive it in, but Wemby snatches it right out of his hand into Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson has scored, and we have a 10-point lead. CJ, he tries to get the shot. Wemby swats that, and it is halftime. And as you see, not a single person leaves their seat to go get a drink or go to the bathroom as the cheerleaders dance. I left this in because it was just extremely eerie. Not a single person getting out of their seat. It looks so stupid. I don't know why they did that, but anyway. 14-point lead, coming into the second half of this game. Pelicans inbounding to CJ. CJ bringing the ball up the court. I don't know how many blocks Wembenyama has at this point, but I know it's a lot. Zion driving in, and Wemby blocks it again. Valanciunas board, another block for Wembenyama. 2 blocks on the same defensive position. He takes it into the post and scores. Again, getting it done on both ends of the floor. Vic has 10 points. He is a plus 15, and I have to go check his game stats. Triple-double, no assists, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 12 blocks for Victor Wembanyama. 12 blocks in one game, and it is the third quarter, and there's his 13th block on Zion's jump shot attempt. And CJ, no good. Vic rebounds, taking it down into Duren, and he gets the and one over Zion Williamson. We have an 18-point lead, but Duren misses the free throw. Pelicans call timeout, and look at that. Victor Wembanyama now holds the NBA record for blocks in a playoff game with 13. Bynum, Olajuwon, and Eaton all have 10. So I sim out the rest of the game a bit here. 68-59, 74-78. You know, we're basically winning. We completely dominate Game 7. So I just come in here for the final 12 seconds. We have a 13-point lead. 12 seconds left on the clock. And Victor Wembanyama, in his rookie season, is having a career-defining moment, setting the record for blocks in a single playoff game. 2 out of the 3 free throws are good. Dribbling the ball down the court, Vic. He tries to get a 3, doesn't go, but the ball goes out of bounds. 0.4 seconds left in the game. He's just being a little bit cheeky there, but look at this block. This from earlier in the game. From behind, swats it into the stands. Victor Wembanyama is just, look at the coach. He's completely enamored. He's so happy right now. And the Honolulu Breeze have defeated the New Orleans Pelicans in Game 7 of the first round to win their very first playoff series and advance to the conference semifinals. Victor Wembenyama having probably one of the best defensive series of any player in history. The amount of blocks he got throughout this entire series, probably easily 30 blocks, and he is player of the game. Whoosh, look at those highlights. Dunk, back down, jumper. Like once, block. Once he gets off his feet, his hands are so far above the rim, like you can't block his shot. Like nobody can block his shot. Looking at stats, De'Aaron Fox, 24 points, 2 boards, 10 assists. Wemby, 23 points, 20 rebounds, 1 assist, 15 blocks. 5 more than the record. Duran had 14 points, 9 boards. Cam Johnson with 10 points. Sharp with 7, 2 and 2. 7, 4 and 1 for Markkanen. 6 points for Porter off the bench and 5 points for Bones Highland off the bench. And we have the Minnesota Timberwolves in the next round. Looking at their starting lineup, I'm not afraid of this team. Their point guards is 70 overall. They only have really 2 good players, Towns and Edwards. Gobert is going to get eaten alive by Wembenyama, and they have no depth. Outside of their starting 5, all of their bench players are like low 70s. And we have way more depth than them. You know, we have two of our 2 bench point guards are basically good enough to start on other teams. Looking at our playoff stats, Duran leads the team in points, 21.3, 10 boards. Victor Wembanyama is averaging 5 points a game, or 5 blocks a game. Fox with 18.4 points, 8.3 assists. Wemby 17.4 points, 14 boards. Porter at 14. Yeah, just the team has been nasty. Looking at the league leaders, we got Bradley Beal leading the playoffs in points. Wemby leads all playoff players in blocks by a wide margin. And he leads in rebounds as well, being followed up by Adebayo mostly, but Beal leading everyone in points is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but thank you guys so much for watching. I've gotten a lot of comments about you guys wanting to see more of this series, so I'm really happy you guys are excited for this series. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.